Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes,
Can you hear me?
yes, miss.
Yes, Habibi.
Yes.
Okay. Would you mind introducing yourselves?
Miss Mai, hello. How are you?
Yes,
How are
I'm
you guys?
fine.
Miss Mai, ممكن بس نستنى 5 minutes around 5 minutes لأن في ناس لسه
Okay,
بعتلي عندها bad connection. اوكي.
okay. Yes,
فمعلش هنستنى بس 5 minutes قبل ما حضرتك كمان تعملي share screen وتبتدي ان انت
okay.
تظبطي لي حاجتك. حرام نكون استنينا بس الباقي. اوكي.
Okay, حاضر.
Thank you, Miss
حاضر.
Mai. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, guys, we will only wait about 3 minutes and then Miss Mai, you can start. بس بالظبط 3 دقايق إن شاء الله ونبتدي. لكن قبل ما مس مي تبتدي حابة جدا أقول لكم فكرة البروجكت أو فكرة الكامبين بتاع الساينس عامة overall. يكون الناس كلها جت وبتجوين الروم. يعني أنا شايفة لسه في participants، يعني increase the number of participants. فممكن ندي بس 5 minutes and then Okay guys, we may start. بس قبل ما نبتدي كده حابة بس أتكلم أقول حاجة عن الكامبين بتاعنا أو عن فكرة البروجكت بتاعت الساينس. إن شاء الله طبعا الحمد لله كلنا خلصنا E6، خلصنا خلاص البرايمري كله، ودي أول ستيب لينا في اللور سكندري، وإن شاء الله تبقى جود ستيب، تبقى كمان فورورد ستيب كل سنة بتعلى خطوة till ان انت توصل ان شاء الله للاي جي سي اس اي، وبعد كده تخلص الاي جي سي اس اي وتدخل الكليه اللي انت بتحبها. طبعا دي حاجه كويسه ان احنا نعرف السبجكتس بتاعتنا، الساينس او الفيلدز بتاعتنا، الميجر فيلدز زي البيولوجي والكيمستري والفيزيكس. في جريد 7 you will have got 3 separate teachers. each subject ليه teacher بتاعه، والتيتشر ده الحمد لله بيبقى qualified enough، الحمد لله رب العالمين. as around يعني شويه من البارتيسيبنتس كانوا حاضرين السيشن بتاعه مس آلاء امبارح، وتوداي ان شاء الله هيز مس مي biology teacher، وان شاء الله next Monday ان شاء الله برضو at the same o'clock at 6 p.m. هيبقى فيه بقى باذن الله الفيزيكس فري سيشن ان شاء الله معايا next Monday. فاحنا الكورس كله عباره عن 2 days per week. one day first day بيبقى Monday، بيبقى equivalent ما بين الكيمستري والفيزيكس، يعني اسبوع كيمستري اسبوع فيزيكس. لكن كل Tuesday كل يوم ثلاث بيبقى معاكم مس مي الساعه 6 من كل اسبوع، لان طبعا احنا عارفين ان البيولوجي ما شاء الله هي يعني ربنا مبارك فيها قوي. يعني معلش يا مس مي بس it's true، يعني it's fact.
يعني شوية.
ايوه كتير شويه كتير. so انا دلوقتي هسيب مس مي تشتغل. تمام. thank you guys for joining the room. ومس مي تقدري تبتدي بقى يعني. thank you so much.
Thank you Ms. Nurhan, thank you so much. Good evening guys. My name is Mai Mansour, and inshallah we're going together this year بإذن الله in this lesson we're going together to start our biology curriculum بإذن الله inshallah. Hey, my name is Mai Mansour again, and inshallah I am the biology teacher. Okay, so let's start our lesson. It's going to be a very easy lesson, but let's start it together. Thank you so much. I'm going to close the camera now, بس إن شاء الله نكمل مع بعض هنفتح كلنا الكاميرا. Thank you so much, and let's start. Okay. Firstly, what is the meaning of the biology? It's a branch of science. What does this branch study? It is about studying all living things around you. These living things, not only the living things that you can see, but even the tiny living organisms that you can't even see. It's a studying of living things around you, the living things, from the huge living things into these tiny living things. Not only the living things, but the living things and the environment. How can these living things interact with the environment? How can they affect the environment, and how can the environment affect these living things? So, at the beginning, you must know that the biology is the study of living things. But now in year 7, you must know that instead of the word living thing, we must call the living things as living organisms. What are the living organisms? The living organism is any living thing can carry out during the life 7 processes. We name these 7 processes as the 7 life processes. So again, the biology is the study of living things around you. From the tiny living things that you can't even see, you can't even know that they will exist, to the huge living things on Earth. How can these living things interact together? How can they eat? How can they move? How can they grow? How can they live? How can they affect the environment, and how can also the environment affect these living things? And also, to know what is the meaning of living things, you must know that the living thing or the living organism, now we're gonna name the living thing as a living organism. The living organisms are the organisms that can carry out during the life 7 processes. We named these processes as the 7 life processes. If you can carry out these 7 life processes, in this case, you will be a living organism. If you can carry out 6, no, you are not a living. You can carry out 5, no, you are not a living organism. So you must carry out these 7 life processes. The first here, to make it easy for us to study the 7 life processes, we put like 2 words to make it easy for you to know it. Mrs. Gran. Mrs. Gran, each letter in Mrs. Gran indicate a process or represent a process. The first letter, M, is for movement, R for respiration, S for sensitivity, G for growth, R, reproduction, E, excretion, and the last letter here, N, nutrition. So again here, the biology is the study of all living things around you. The study of all living things around you, not only, as I told you, not only the living things that you can see, but even the living things that you can't even see. Living things, now you grow up and you must know that the living things are called living organisms. The living organisms must carry out 7 processes during the life. These 7 processes, we name the 7 life processes, and we give it like 2 words to make it easy for you to study it. Mrs. Gran. Let's talk about the first letter here, movement. Okay, guys, what does movement mean? What does it mean? Is it only walking, running? No. If you can carry out any type of movement, in this case, you will be a living organism. What is the meaning of movement? The movement is the change in position. Sometimes while you're sitting down, you can move your arms while you are talking or taking something. This is a type of movement. Walking is a type of movement. Running is a type of movement. Jumping, hopping, all of these are type of movement. But firstly, do only animals and humans move? Of course not. Not only animals and humans move. Animals, humans, and also plants move. You must know at the beginning that the living organisms divided into lots of organisms, like humans, animals, plants, and even tiny small organisms. We're going to talk about these organisms later. So the first step, which is the movement, or the first life process, which is the movement. It is the life process that indicate if you can make it, of course, not alone, with the other 6 life processes, you will be a living thing. And as I told you that movement isn't only walking or running, no, changing in the position. As you can see here, the boys here, they are moving, they are making a movement. This girl here, she can move her hand. This one here, jump. This one here, she can bend here, her knees or her legs. These are types of movements. Okay, so humans move. And of course, animals move. Animals move all the time because they search for food and they escape from any danger or to find a shelter. But what about plants? Can plants move? Of course they can. Once you put the seed inside the soil, the seed of the plant start to germinate. You took the word germination before, when the seed start to grow. When the seed start to grow, it start to develop the first part of the plant, which is the root. So once you put the seed inside the soil, the root start to grow and get branched inside the soil. This is a type of movement. Number 1, the root grow, which is a life process. We're going to talk about it later. But the root move the roots move inside the soil. So plants can move, the roots can move. And also, the upper part of the plant or the shoot, the stem and the leaves, they can grow upward toward the light. And this is a type of movement. So the first life process is the movement. What is the meaning of life process? It's something if you can carry out during the life with 6 other life processes, in this case you will be a living organism. The first one, movement, changing in position. So movement is a change in position. Let's go to the second letter again, Mrs. Grant. So we took the movement, the second letter here, R, and R for respiration. I want you here to concentrate with me about the respiration. What does respiration mean? Of course, all the day or every day, you eat food, you breathe in air in order to be alive. So these are things that you can't live without. You need to breathe air and you need to eat. Why you should do all of these each day? Because the food that you eat and the oxygen that you breathe together will go to each part of your body. These food and oxygen together will produce energy in each part of your body. Again, what is the meaning of respiration again? Respiration, it is the process of releasing energy from food. What is the meaning of releasing energy from food? It means that when you eat the food, of course, as you took in year 6, that the food passed through a journey from the mouth until it ends with the anus. But there is a step happens in your small intestine through which the digested food passes to the blood. And the blood can carry this food to all body parts. So all body parts take the food. And also the oxygen that you breathe in, it will pass from the lungs and go to all body parts. Together, food and oxygen together will produce energy. You can't live without energy. If you have energy, you will do any life process, you will do any activity in the day. So you need to eat food and breathe in oxygen daily. So food and oxygen in each part of your body will produce energy. And this process called respiration. So don't confuse the respiration with the breathing. Breathing is only the mechanism when you take in the air and get out the air. This is called breathing. And this breathing happens through the respiratory system when you take in and get out the air. But the respiration here, it is a process, happens inside the cells, inside each part of your body to release energy from the food that you eat. So respiration is a process of extracting or releasing the energy from the food that we eat, of course, in presence of energy. So, do animals respire to produce energy? Yes. Humans respire? Of course, we need to respire to produce energy. Do plants respire to produce energy? Yes, of course. All living organisms respire, make respiration in order to produce energy. And again, don't confuse respiration with breathing, as respiration is a process happens inside the cells of your body, inside each part of your body to get energy, while the breathing is a mechanism happen in the respiratory system when you inhale and exhale the air. We have two types of the respiration. Either the aerobic respiration, this type of respiration, it is the regular respiration, as I told you. It happens in presence of oxygen and food in each cell. Oxygen and food together will produce energy. But sometimes, and this happens when we exercise. In this case, when we exercise, our muscles need more energy. But the oxygen that we breathe isn't enough to give us energy. And in this case, your muscles will break down only the food that you eat without oxygen to give you energy. But in this case, the name of the respiration isn't aerobic respiration. It's anaerobic respiration because it happens without oxygen. Okay, so let's revise again. The biology is the study of all living things around you. We named living things as a living organisms. We said that living organisms like animals, plants, humans, and even those tiny living creatures that we are going to talk about it later. To be a living organism, you must carry out 7 life processes during your life. The 7 life processes are movement, respiration, sensitivity, growth, reproduction, excretion, and nutrition. The first one, again, it is the movement, change in position. As I told you here, the birds here, they can fly, and this is a type of movement. This dog here, it runs, it's a type of movement. This girl jump, movement. This girl here, it moves her hand, and this boy here moves his leg, and these are a type of movement. The second life processes is respiration. Respiration is a process by which you release energy from the food that you eat into oxygen. And this process happens in each part or each cell of your body, because each part of your body needs energy in order to work. So with oxygen and food in each part of your body will release the energy. This type of respiration called aerobic respiration. The second type of respiration without oxygen, and it happens during exercise in your muscles, because in this time the amount of oxygen that you breathe in isn't enough to give you the amount of energy that you need. So your muscles will break down the food without oxygen, and in this case the name of the reaction will be anaerobic respiration. And inshallah, we're going to talk about the respiration in details later. The third life process is sensitivity. What is the meaning of sensitivity? Sensitivity means to detect and respond to any change around you. Detect and respond to any change around you. We named the changes around us as a stimuli. Okay, so again, what is the meaning of sensitivity? Is to detect and respond to changes around us. Okay, how can we detect and respond to changes around us? Like here, can you please look at the pictures with me here? This girl here, there is a change happens to this girl here. As you can see, it eats something very cold. So there is a change here happens, and there is a response. She can feel pain. This is the detect and the respond. Okay, look here, guys. Okay, can you please look at this guy here? There is a change happens. There is lots of sunlight. He can't look. This is the respond. He can't look directly at the sun, and this is a respond. So his eyes detect that there is a change around him, lots of light, and his eyes respond to these changes. Okay, so sensitivity, detecting and responding to changing around us. Our 5 senses, including in the sensitivity. We can hear, we can smell, we can see, we can touch, and we can taste. These are sensitivity. Animals and humans can sense. So what about plants? Can plants sense? Can plants sense? Yes, of course. Plants also can sense. How can they sense? Okay, did you hear before about the Venus trap fly here? This plant, once it feels any insect on it, it starts to close its leaves on the insect to extract the nutrients from the insect. And this is a type of sensitivity. So this plant here, it can sense once the insect come on the plant here start to close the leaves on the insect itself. And as a result, the plant can sense. Okay. This plant here also, once you touch the leaves of this plant here, it start to close its leaves. And this is a type of sensitivity. Okay, so again, sensitivity means detecting and responding to changes around us. Detecting and responding to changes around us. Okay, so Noor, would you please tell me what is the meaning of movement? Noor Amr. Noor. Okay. Can you please tell me what is the meaning of movement?
Shabab, can you please check your
Razan?
mics?
Razan?
Miss Mai, they said that they can't open their mics. Why? You can open your mic. It's okay.
don't
You
know.
are allowed to open your mic. You can do it. Just press
Okay.
on the mic column and you can do it.
Habibi, I'm allowing you to unmute yourself.
Yes, they have been allowed
Yes,
right
ma'am.
now.
It's okay
Yes.
now, yeah.
Yes, it's okay right
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
Perfect. And you need to join the session, okay? To have more fun.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so Noor again, would you
We have
mind telling me
yeah,
what
Miss Mai.
is the meaning of movement? What?
We have Muhammad here. He raised his hand.
Okay. Muhammad,
Okay.
you have
Movement
a
means. No, miss, I want to answer.
You want to answer. Okay, so Muhammad, answer. What is the meaning of movement?
To change your position.
Change the possession. Excellent. Thank you, Muhammad. Okay. Razan, can you please tell me what is the meaning of respiration? Respiration. Amr,
Yes, miss.
can you please tell me what is the meaning of respiration?
The breakdown of cells?
Breakdown of cells or break down food in
No,
order
no.
to produce energy.
Yeah.
So it is the releasing of energy out of breaking food with oxygen. When our body uses the food and the oxygen to produce energy, this is called respiration. Okay. Haneen, can you please tell me what is the meaning of sensitivity? Haneen, where are you guys? Muhammad Doma, I guess. Muhammad, can you please tell me what is the meaning of sensitivity?
Yes, miss.
Yes, can you please tell me? Can we say it together? That the sensitivity is the detecting, changing, and responding
in the
to these
environment.
changes. Exactly. So detect and respond to any change around you. This is called sensitivity. Detecting and responding to changes around us is called sensitivity. And also in the exam, you can find a word rather than changes as a stimuli or a stimulus. Stimulus or stimuli, it means changes around us. Okay? Is it easy, the first 3 life processes? Guys, easy? Yes, no?
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question here. Jihani, can you ask your question?
No, I was wanting to answer.
Okay, you can answer. About the sensitivity?
Yeah, someone already answered.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's go to the 4th life process. The 4th life process, and don't forget, guys, you must carry out these 7. If you can carry out 6 from the 7, in this case, you're not a living thing. You must carry out the 7 life processes. Number 4, or the 4th life process here, is called growth. Okay, so what is the meaning of growth here? Growth means permanent increase in size. The number of the cells will increase. That's why you will grow. And the growth is a life process. The growth happens only for the living organisms. As we can see that, or after we end the life processes, we're going to see that some of these life processes non-living things can make. But the growth here, it is a life process only living organisms can make. What is the meaning of the growth? It's an increase in size. As you can see here in this picture, the baby will be a child, then adult, and here for the plants from the seed, they start to be a seedling until adult plant. This is called growth. So the growth again is a permanent or increase in size. And what is the meaning of the word permanent? It means that this increase in size, it will not go back. If your shoe size was 35 and this year you're 37 or 36, this increase will not go back. This is called growth. So the growth here is a permanent increase in size. The 4th life process. Okay. The 5th life process here is called reproduction. What is the meaning of reproduction? Okay, but let me first tell you something here. That here, as a human, we grow from baby, child, until reach the stage of adult, and the seed here, from seed to be a seedling until adult plant. And for animals, the name of the baby of the animals is offspring, not baby. Sometimes you can say, he can in the exam say the offspring instead of the word baby, as the baby of the animals called offsprings. The 5th life process is the reproduction. Reproduction is the life process by which we make new offsprings or make new babies in order to increase the number. This life process happens in all living organisms, humans, animals, and of course, plants. To increase the number, the reproduction happens either by giving birth. Some animals can give birth, like humans, like dogs, cats, rabbits, and some animals can lay eggs. And instead of giving birth, the animal will lay egg. What about the plants? The plants can reproduce by many ways. If this plant is a flowering plant, in this case, it will reproduce by producing seeds. Okay, what about the non-flowering plants? How can they reproduce? They reproduce by other ways. They produce, some of them produce something like the seed, but it's called spores. Some other types of plants reproduce by producing something called seeds, but inside cones. but I want you to study that the flowering plants reproduce by producing seeds. So reproduction is a life process by which we make new or produce new offsprings. And of course, guys, the offsprings must be from the same type. As for the rabbits, when the rabbits reproduce, they produce rabbits of the same type. Chicken here, the chicken lay eggs, and these eggs, once they hatch, they will give chick. And for plants, how can plants reproduce? They reproduce by producing seeds. These two life processes, which are the growth and the reproduction, they are unique only for living organisms. You can't find the non-living thing do these life processes, these two life processes. But if we look back at the movement, not only living things can move, cars can move, aeroplanes can move. Of course, they can move by the help of for the help of the humans, but they can move. Okay, some cars can sense. Okay. But the growth and the reproduction, only living organisms can make these two life processes, the growth and the reproduction. Okay. Okay, guys, let me ask you some questions. Hey, Haneen. Hi, Haneen.
Hi, Miss.
Hi, Habibti. Is reproduction unique only for living things, or can some non-living things make reproduction?
No, it's only for living things.
Okay, what about sensitivity and movement?
Movement, it could be for also non-living things.
And sensitivity?
Only for living things?
No, some non-living things can sense, but the sensitivity here is like some cars, they can sense if there's someone in front of the car, it can make like a sound. This is called sensitivity for the cars. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Amr Ali. Hi, Amr.
What, Miss? Hello.
Hi, Habibi. Can you please tell me what is the meaning of respiration?
Inspiration.
Respiration, yes. What does it mean? Think. What is the meaning of
The
respiration?
breakdown of glucose. The breakdown of glucose.
So it's breaking down a food in presence of oxygen. Why? Why our body break down the food and the oxygen in order to produce energy? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Muhammad.
Okay.
Muhammad Shirbini, do you have a question, Muhammad?
No, Miss.
Okay, Muhammad, let me ask you a question. Is respiration the same as breathing?
No.
Why?
Breathing is to take the air and get it out. But
Okay.
respiration, you eat, you are taking oxygen and eating food, and it introduced to all the parts of your body to get energy.
Excellent, excellent. So thank you so much. So energy produced inside the body by a process called respiration, while breathing is a process happening in the respiratory system only when we inhale and exhale the oxygen, of course, inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. The sixth life process is the excretion. Here, guys, I want you to concentrate with me about the excretion. Firstly, what is the meaning of excretion? It is the process of removal of wastes from your body. Is to get rid of wastes from the body. But what are these wastes? Our body get rid of some wastes, but some of these wastes are excretory materials or excretory products. What is the meaning of excretory products? We said that the respiration means releasing energy from food, right? Your body takes the food and the oxygen in order to produce energy. But once the respiration happens, your body, as a result of building or making energy, your body will get out, your body will get out, okay, sorry guys, your body will get out waste materials. The waste materials results from the respiration. The waste material results from the respiration is carbon dioxide, or the waste materials are carbon dioxide and water. So again guys, what is the meaning of excretion? Is to get rid of waste. What are these wastes? It is the waste from the respiration process. When your body respires to produce energy, your body with the food, and later on we're going to know which type of food specifically, food and the oxygen, in order to produce energy. But as a result of the respiration, two waste products your body produce, which are water and carbon dioxide. So it is the time now to get rid of these waste products. Your body must get rid of the water and the carbon dioxide. Your body will get rid of the carbon dioxide through your lungs. When you exhale, you will get rid of the carbon dioxide that your body doesn't need it. What about the excess water? The water that gets out during the respiration, that your body doesn't need it. In this case, your body will get rid of the water in two forms, either as sweating to cool your body down, or through the urinary system. It's the system that's responsible for getting rid of urine. So again, we have two excretory materials, two materials getting out of the cells due to or as a result of respiration. These two materials are the carbon dioxide and the water. Your body must get rid of the carbon dioxide and the water. How can your body get rid of these two materials? The carbon dioxide, your body will get rid of the carbon dioxide through the lungs. The water, your body can excrete it as sweat or through the urinary system as urine. But guys, what about the solid waste, the feces? Is it an excretory material? No, it's not an excretory material, because the undigested food here, or the solid waste here, which get out through the anus, it doesn't get out through the cell. It's not an excretory material. It's a waste product, but it's not an excretory material. Again, what is the meaning of excretion? Is to get rid of waste. The excretion happens to get rid of the excretory materials that your body doesn't need it, which are the carbon dioxide and the water, resulting from the respiration. Your body will get rid of the carbon dioxide through the lungs, and the excess water that your body doesn't need it go as sweating or through the urinary system as urine. And don't confuse egestion. Egestion means getting rid of the solid waste through the anus. Here, the egestion here isn't an excretion, because this food is undigested. This food doesn't come out of cells. It's only undigested food, can't pass to the blood, so your body get it out through the anus. This is not an excretory material. Is it easy? Guys,
Yes.
can you understand it?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, miss.
Okay, thank you so
Yes.
much. Okay. The last life process called nutrition. What is the meaning of nutrition? Nutrition means take in food and use it. We need to take in food because without food, our body can't produce energy, and without energy, your body can't make any activity. Your body can't grow without energy. The number of cells will not increase without energy. Your body, you can't excrete even without energy. Energy is needed or is required to do all the process that you need. To obtain the energy, you must eat. And eating here means nutrition, is to take in food. Okay. But animals and humans, they can eat by taking in the food. We eat the food. Animals also eat the food, either like carnivore animals, they eat meat, or herbivore animals by eating plants. And what about plants here? The plants, the nutrition for the plants, that they can make their own food. You took before that the plant here, any plant, it has a different parts like root, stem, leaves, and flower. The leaves of the plant responsible for making a very important process, which is called the photosynthesis. The photosynthesis process is a process by which the plant take in the water, the carbon dioxide from the air, and because of the presence of a green pigment inside the leaves called the chlorophyll, this green pigment absorbs the sunlight energy, so the plant will make a process called photosynthesis and produce its food. Again, nutrition means taking in food. For animals and humans, humans take in the food by eating the food, and animals also. And of course, the animals can eat the food either they can eat meat directly, like the carnivore animals, meat only, or eat plants only, like the herbivore animals, or they could be like us, omnivore animals, eating both meat and. Okay, we have a question here. Okay, El-Jhini, can you ask your question?
Why is photosynthesis considered as nutrition while it's the same as respiration? As you take carbon, the plants take carbon dioxide and create their food, which means they're taking gas and they take also light. Why isn't this considered respiration?
No, it's not considered as respiration because also plants, although plants make photosynthesis, they also respire. When plants make photosynthesis by taking in carbon dioxide and water, they produce their own food, which is the glucose. And as a result, plants will release for us oxygen. Do you know that some of the oxygen that the plant releases for us, the plant will use it or take it with some of the food together to produce energy, and this is called respiration. Plants also respire by using the oxygen and the food. But the food for the plant will make it by themselves. Plants will make food by themselves. But they will take some of the oxygen that they release to us, some of the oxygen with some of the food together to produce energy. This happens to all living organisms, animals, humans, and plants. Jahini, Habibi.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I understand.
Okay, thank you so much. So again, let's revise the nutrition. It's taking in food. You take in food and use it. For animals and humans, we take in the food by eating the food. And for plants, plants take in the food, not take in the food, plants take in the sunlight energy through the chlorophyll inside the leaves, take in the water and the carbon dioxide, make a process called photosynthesis, and as a result, plants make their own food. It's a type of sugar called glucose. We're going to talk about the glucose later on. Okay? So again, let's summarize again by asking you questions about the life processes. Yalla, Razan. The first life process, ya Razan, is movement. Can you please tell me what is the meaning of movement? Razan, are you here? Muhammad Shirbini?
Yes, miss.
Yes, Habibi. What is the meaning of movement?
Changing the position.
Changing in the position. Thank you so much. Okay, but Muhammad, before closing the mic, can plants move?
Yeah.
Okay, can you please describe for me the movement for the plants?
When the roots of the plants go under the soil, the stem of the plant is beginning to grow up.
Excellent. So when the roots, excellent, thank you so much. When the roots grow deeply inside the soil, get branched in the soil, this is called movement. Muhammad, do you have any question?
No, miss.
Okay. Okay. And when the shoot or the leaves and the stem grow upward, to grow, to reach the sunlight. This is a type of movement. Haneen, can you please tell me what is the meaning of respiration? Haneen, what does respiration mean? What does it mean?
Breathing, taking in air.
No, respiration isn't breathing. These are two different processes. The respiration is the releasing energy from food, and this happens in all body parts. But Muhammad, can you please tell me? Muhammad Duma, can you please tell me? What is the meaning of breathing? Is it the same as respiration?
No, miss.
No. Respiration releasing energy from food, and it happens in all body cells. While breathing only what? Breathing, taking in and getting out the air through the lungs. Okay? Okay. Amr, can you please tell
Yes,
me what is
miss.
the meaning of sensitivity?
Sensitivity.
Mm-hmm.
This means that they have
Hmm.
awareness of changes in their environment.
So it's like detecting and detecting the changing in our environment and respond to this changing. Muhammad, do you want to answer or do you have a question?
No, must to answer.
Thank you. So sensitivity is detecting and responding to any change around us. Okay? Okay. Noor. What is the meaning of growth, ya Noor? You're growing. So what does this mean? Do you know? Okay, Jahani, do you have any answer? Jahani. Growth, what does it mean?
Growth is growing.
So what does growing mean? Increasing
In your size.
Exactly, increasing in your size, increasing in the number of the cells. Okay. Let me ask you again, Razan. Are you here, Razan? Okay, Amr.
Yes, miss.
Okay, excretion, what does it mean?
Excretion.
Hmm.
Excretion is the process of getting rid of metabolic waste.
Okay, so to get rid of metabolic waste or to get rid of waste. Okay, Haneen.
Yes, miss.
Okay, can we consider the solid waste as a type of excretion?
The solid waste?
Yes, the feces. What gets out through the anus, is it excretion?
Yes.
Are you sure? Muhammad, do you have another
Doesn't
answer?
it come out of the body?
It's coming out of the body, but is it excretion? Is it excretory material? Muhammad Sherbini?
No, miss.
No, it's not an excretory material. Do you know why? Do you know why, guys, it's not an excretory material? Because it's not coming out from the cells. It's only undigested food. Your body can't break it down, your body doesn't need it, and then it gets out through the anus. While only the excretory materials, which coming from the cells, the carbon dioxide and water. Jahani, do you have a question?
No, I was wanting to answer.
Thank you, Habibi. Thank you so much. Okay. Do you have any questions in the life processes, the 7 life processes?
No, thanks.
Haneen, do you have a question?
Yes, miss. Miss, in the excretion, you said that when you come to take out. So is not the soil
What?
the solid? Is not the solid?
Okay.
Is not the excretion.
Okay, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why excretion isn't, the solid waste is not an excretion. Excretion means to get rid of waste. but these wastes are getting out from the cell. And what gets out from the cell? Only water and carbon dioxide. As a result of respiring, when the cell respires to produce energy, the cell will take the oxygen and the food. As a result, the cell will get out two waste products. The cell doesn't need these things, the water and the carbon dioxide. So these waste products, your body is responsible for getting rid of them. Your body will send the carbon dioxide to the lungs, so the lungs can get rid of the carbon dioxide. The water, your body can excrete it as sweat or as a urine. And this is how your body will get rid of the water and the carbon dioxide. But there is a way that you get it rid through the anus. Its name is feces or undigested food. This is not an excretory material because it's not coming out of the cell. This is a food, undigested, your body can't break it down, passes through your digestive system until it goes out through the anus. But it can't pass through the cell. Okay? So, Haneen.
Yes, Miss.
So don't confuse the excretion with egestion. Egestion is to get rid of the solid waste. This is not an excretion because the solid waste can't come out from the cell. What comes out from the cell? Only water and carbon dioxide. And your body will deal with the water and the carbon dioxide by removing them through lungs, urinary system, or through your skin as a sweat. Okay, Haneen?
Yes, Miss.
Is it easy now?
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, so we took the 7 life processes. There is a question came in the exam before asking the students about the car. Okay, the car can move from a place to a place, right? So Amr, when the car moves from a place to a place, this is called what?
Movement.
This is movement. Okay, so when the car moves from a place to a place, this is called movement. Okay, Muhammad Douma, when you give the car the fuel,
Yeah.
this is like what life process? This is like what life process here? You're giving the car the fuel. Do you know like which life process? Any help?
Muhammad al-Sharbini, can I?
Muhammad al-Sharbini,
Yeah.
any help? When you give the car the fuel, it's like which life process?
Respiration.
No, when you give it the fuel
Nutrition.
here, it's like nutrition, excellent. When the car uses the fuel here to obtain energy or to produce energy, this is like the respiration. So now the car can move. It can make nutrition when you give it the fuel here. It can also respire by producing energy from this fuel that you give it to it. Okay, but can the car grow?
No.
Can it reproduce?
No.
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 Okay, can the car sense?
Yes.
Yep.
Some cars can sense.
Yes.
Some, yes, some. Of course, it can sense. So until now, the car can move. It can make nutrition. It can respire. It can sense, but it can't reproduce. It can't grow. Can the car excrete?
Yes.
No.
Yes, the fuel that the car get it out, it's like a type of excretion for the car. So although the car can make 5 life processes or 5 things like the 5 processes, but we can't consider it as a living organism because it can't carry out the most important 2, which are the growth and the reproduction. They are unique only for the living organisms. Okay?
Okay.
Yes, Miss.
Okay. So until now, we know that the biology is the study of all living organisms. Now, let's know the level of organization. Let's know the level of organization, okay? What is the meaning of the level of organization? That the body of living organism consists of parts. What are these parts? Okay, for example, if I want to make a building, we start by adding brick beside brick beside brick to make a wall, and then to make a room, a floor, and then we're going to make the whole building. So we start at the base by adding one brick. And this is how the body of any living organism consists. First, it consists of a very tiny thing called the cell. This cell is the basic unit of all living organisms. This is the basic unit of the body. Inside the cell, the functions and the life processes happens. Then your body will add a cell beside cell beside cell, or the cell start to divide, give new cells, group of cells give you something called a tissue. And then, so here guys, the first block, but here in our body, in the body of living organism, the first block here, the basic unit is the cell. Your body start to divide this cell. This cell will be 2, 4, 8. Increase the number to give tissue. Tissue and tissue and tissue, group of tissues give us organ. If you look here, organ beside organ beside organ and organ here will give us an organ system. So the body of any living organism is divided into parts. The smallest part, and we name it the smallest building unit. But here, this building unit in the body of any living organism, it's living. The smallest building unit is the cell. Cell beside cell beside cell beside cell give us a tissue. Tissue, group of tissues give us organ. Group of organs give us organ system. Inside your body you have different organ systems. So different organ systems will give us the organism or the body of any living organism. This is the level of organization of the body of any living organism, plants, animals, humans, the body divided into parts, the living organism, the body of the living organism divided into parts. These parts are called organ systems. Each organ system, as you can see here in this picture, this organ system is the digestive system. The organ system consists of different organs. If we took one organ, it consists of tissues. The tissue is a group of similar cells. So the cell here is the basic unit of the function and the structure. Okay. Can we see the cell, guys? No, we can't see the cell. It's too small in size to be seen with our naked eyes. That's why to see the cell, for any living organism, to see the cell of this living organism, we need a tool. This tool has something called the magnification. It will magnify the cell or magnify the sample. The tool that we use to magnify the sample here is the microscope. We have two types of microscopes, either the light microscope or the electron microscope. This one here, it uses light. The light microscope, it uses light. And the magnification here isn't like the magnification of the electron microscope. The electron microscope has a higher magnification. It can magnify the sample that you put inside it, and you can see what found deeply inside the cell. But here, the light microscope, it uses light, and you can see only the outer frame and some small organelles, not on the whole organelles. So, again, the body of any living organism consists of organ systems. Each organ system consists of organs The organ consists of tissues, and each tissue consists of different cells. The cell is the basic unit of structure and function. What you can find inside the cell is called, guys, small organs called organelles. They are tiny structure found inside the cell, carry out a specific function. Each organelle can carry out a specific function. As I told you before that we can't see the cell. It's too small in size to be seen. That's why we use a microscope to see the cell. The microscope could be either a light microscope or electron microscope. The magnification of the electron microscope is higher than the magnification of the light microscope, of course. Okay? The living organism around us divided into two, either unicellular organisms or multicellular organisms. The unicellular organisms mean that the body of these organisms made only of one cell, while the multicellular organisms, their bodies made of many cells. Like us, we as a humans, our body made of different and many cells. So we are multicellular organisms. Okay, so let me ask you, Haneen. Haneen, the body of any living organism consists of?
ينفع عادي معلش miss, can you please repeat?
Okay, the body of any living organism consists of?
Cells.
Directly, your body consists of cells directly, or consists of organ systems?
Organ system.
Excellent, Muhammad Sharbini. Each organ system consists of different
levels.
what?
Levels.
I can't hear you.
Different levels.
What are these levels? Again, we said that the organism, the body of any living organism consists of parts, and we name these parts as organ systems. My voice is cracking.
No,
Guys,
no, it's okay.
my voice is clear or I'm lagging?
No, it's clear.
It is good. It's good.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay. So, your body consists of different parts, and we name this part as organ systems. Each a little bit laggy. Guys, what about my voice now?
It's good, miss.
Are you
That's
sure?
okay from the beginning.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. ممكن تكون المشكلة عند اللي بعت في الكونكشن مثلا، لأني كله سامع كويس. Okay, so the body of any living organism, again, يا حنين, the body of any living organism consists of organs. Each organ consists of organ systems. Each organ system consists of different organs. If we took the organ, it consists of tissues. Each tissue consists of different similar cells. So if we start from the smallest to the biggest one, the smallest part of your body is the cell. Cell, tissue, organ system, and organism. Ascending and descending from the organism, you have different organ systems. Each organ system consists of organs. Each organ is made up of tissues, and each tissue consists of cells. Guys, do you know this part? Have you?
Yes, miss.
Understand this part?
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So, as I told you, the cell is too small to be seen with the eyes. That's why we use the microscope. What will happen if we put a sample of a cell, of a plant cell, or an animal cell under the microscope? Okay. Firstly, this is the diagrams here. We have two diagrams. This diagram here for a plant cell, and this diagram here for the animal cell. Okay? And under the microscope, this is a plant tissue. This one here is a cell. Cell beside cell beside cell beside cell gives you a tissue. This here under the light microscope, and this one here under the electron microscope. And in this picture here, this is the animal cell under the microscope. The animal cell and the plant cell, cells are the building unit of the body of any living organism. Your body start as a cell. This cell start to divide and grow to be 2, 4, 8. You start to develop from one cell to be a baby, to be a child, until you reach the adult stage. If you look here at the cell, this is the diagram of the cell, of course, and this, as I told you before, this is the cells under the microscope. This is the plant cell. It's a little bit regular shape, while this one here, the animal cell, it's irregular in shape. Inshallah, the next lesson, we're going to talk about the labels of each cell and its function. But firstly, can we start answering some questions together? Okay. Let me first. Okay, guys, can you see the screen now?
No,
No.
miss.
Okay. Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yeah. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can say it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. So let's start with Iljhan. Okay.
Okay.
Here, living organisms share some basic characteristics, and he wants you in this question to draw a straight line from each character to the description. And the first one, sensitivity, he told you that it responds to the surrounding. I want you to answer for me the respiration.
Can I answer the description?
The respiration.
Okay, it's taking the food, increasing release of energy in cells.
Exactly. Right. So respiration means release of energy in cells. Thank you so much, Muhammad Shirbini.
Yes, miss.
Excretion.
Excretion, removable of metabolic waste.
So the removable of metabolic waste is the excretion. Thank you. Excellent. Haneen. Reproduction.
Yes, miss. Reproduction is the produce of new organisms.
Producing of new organisms. Excellent. Okay, Noor. Growth. Noor, are you here? Muhammad Doma.
Yes, miss.
Okay. What is the meaning of growth?
Produce of new organisms.
No, producing new organisms, you mean that you will produce another organism, and this is called reproduction. But growth here, can Roseanne help? Any help, Roseanne? Okay, Haneen.
Growth is the increase in number of cells.
Exactly, increasing the number of cells. The last one, Amr. Nutrition.
Nutrition, taking in of food.
Excellent. Take in food. Excellent, guys. Okay, the second question. Okay. Again.
Miss Mai,
Yes.
can you please zoom in? You increase by using the positive icon. This is number
Okay.
one. This is number two. There is another user called Zoom user need to answer. So please give him the chance to do that. Okay.
Who's Zoom
واضح
user? I
إنه
don't know.
بقوي questions, so he needs to answer. So please help him.
Okay, hey Zoom user, give me your answer.
Yes, miss.
What is the meaning of respiration?
Respiration.
Yes. Omar. Okay, Omar. Hi, Omar.
Yes, miss.
Okay, Habibi. What is the meaning of respiration? You have 4 sentences here, and I want you to choose from these 4 and tell me, what does respiration mean? Is it pumping air? Is it producing new individuals, or what?
I think
Hmm.
pumping in and out of the lungs.
Okay. طب okay عمرو, would you please listen to محمد الشربيني? محمد,
Yes, miss.
is he correct?
No.
No. What is the meaning of respiration?
The release of energy from sugars.
Release of energy from sugar. Excellent. Do you know, Ya Omar, that respiration isn't the same as breathing? Respiration only releasing energy. Yes. Noor, I can't hear you. Okay, so let me tell you what is the difference between respiration and breathing again. Respiration is a process happens in each cell of your body by which your body release the energy from the food, while the breathing when you only take in and get out the air from your body. This is the breathing, and happens, of course, breathing happens during or inside the respiratory system. Okay, Noor, I don't know why I can't hear you. I start asking you questions, but you can't answer me. I can't hear your voice. Okay, Yalla Muhammad. Muhammad Doma, can you please tell me what does nutrition mean?
Yes, miss.
Okay, tell me, Habibi. Here the definition come with a different meaning. Nutrition, he wants you to think, what does nutrition mean?
To create food.
Nutrition is to take in food, but here, which is sentence you're going to choose?
The second.
The second one, producing new individuals. Do you know what is the meaning of individuals? Producing new members, new babies, new offspring. And the word from the same species means from the same type. So of course, nutrition isn't like this. Okay, so Al-Juhayni, nutrition?
It's obtaining organic chemicals for the repair of tissues.
Excellent. Obtaining organic chemicals here, he means obtaining, like taking in the food, and your body is going to use this food to repair the tissue. Thank you so much. Yalla Muhammad Sherbini, tell me, what does reproduction mean?
Reproduction, producing new individuals of the same species.
Species or species means from the same type. Dogs will bring dogs, cats will bring cats. So producing new individuals of the same species. Thank you so much. Can you please, Hanin, give me two other life processes here? You have here four. I need two other characteristics.
Growth.
We have here respiration.
Excretion and growth. Miss, I can't hear you.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you, Miss.
Now it's okay.
Okay, sorry, حصل مشكلة بس. Okay, let's complete. يلا يا هنا, I want you to give me
May,
two life
May,
processes. Yes.
May, before you complete, معلش أنا آسف, so I'm sorry for interruption والله, بس I'm trying to help يعني. There is Noor here, needs to answer, but I think she thought that her mic is on mute. Actually it is, بس هي واضح إن عندها مشكلة في المايك. فيا نور لو أنت سامعانا, you need to replace your mic or even remove the speakers. يعني you can use the phone, your cell phone speakers عادي without the headphones يعني.
she kept telling me that she's answering بس انا مش سامعاها.
يس فهي ممكن تغير بقى، يا اما تغير الموبايل تجوين من another cell phone،
Okay.
يا اما تغير الهيدفونز نفسها. ده الحل الوحيد يعني، يا اما تشيلها خالص وتسمع من الموبايل وترد عليه. Okay, I'm sorry for interruption, but I'm trying to help والله.
لا thank you Miss Nurhan, thank you so much.
Thank you so much Miss Mai. You can complete.
Okay, let's complete. يلا يا هنا, it's your turn.
أنا يا مس.
Hannah? Okay,
Hani.
can you please, Hanin, I'm sorry, Hanin, can you please give me 2 other characteristics?
Excretion.
Right, excretion, reproduction?
Growth.
Excretion and growth, because you have here, in this question, if you wrote reproduction or nutrition again, the answer would be wrong because he's asking you to write 2 other characteristics. So you have movement, you have sensitivity, you have growth. Okay.
Movement.
Yes, right. يلا محمد دوما. Choose respiration. What does respiration mean? Muhammad, can you hear me?
Yes, miss.
Okay, Gino, what does respiration mean? You have here sentences like break down nutrients to release energy, ability to detect and respond to changes, take in materials, action by an organism to cause a change in possession. What do you think respiration means? Noor, can you write in the chat, what does respiration means? What does it mean? Okay, Jahani.
It's the first one, chemical reaction in cells that break down nutrient molecules and release energy.
Okay, thank you so much. Sensitivity. Okay, Amr, sensitivity.
Sensitivity?
Yes.
An action by an organism causing a change of position or place.
Changing in your position.
Oh no, it's movement. Okay.
Exactly, you answered. But here, the changing in position is a movement, not sensitivity. Can Omar tell me sensitivity, what does it mean? Thank you. Thank you, Muhammad. Sensitivity?
The ability to detect and
Right.
respond to changes in the environment.
Exactly, ability to detect and respond to changing in the environment. Okay, Hanin. Excretion.
Yes, excretion is the removal from organisms of toxic materials and substance in excesses of requirements.
Exactly right. Thank you so much. Okay, who can tell me reproduction? Muhammad Shirbini, can you tell me reproduction?
The process that make more of the same kind of organism.
Right. The last one, excretion. Jahani, can you please tell me, sorry, growth, what does it mean?
A permanent increase in size.
Right, a permanent increase in size. Excellent. Okay. Here is the same, we answered this one here. Okay, let's go to another question. We didn't take this one, so. Okay, this question here, I'm sorry for this page, but this question here is about the car. We took this question, I said this question while I'm explaining. Non-living things such as a car often show characteristics. Okay, okay, so here you have state Which characteristic of a living organism matches each of the description linked to the car? Burning the fuel in the engine to release energy. Burning fuel to release energy. Amr, do you know? Burning fuel to release energy, like which life process? Burning fuel. Omar. Omar?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, burning fuel in the engine to release energy. It is similar, like life process. What is the name of this life process?
Respiration.
Excellent. Thank you. Okay, the headlight that switch on automatically in the car. Muhammad Shirbini.
Yes,
This is
Miss.
this matches a life process.
Sensitive.
Sensitivity. Excellent. Hana Walid. Filling the car tank.
Haneen.
Sorry, Haneen, I'm sorry. Haneen, filling the car tank with fuel. It's similar to a life process.
Reproduction. Nutrition. Nutrition. مش سامعاني؟
Miss Mai, she may fix the mic. أعتقد هي بتظبط المايك بس.
Okay.
But you can't complete يا حنين, right?
Yes. It's
Hanin, you are from city, right? City
What?
International. You are from City International School?
No.
No, you are no. So I'm sorry for that. It's a similar student.
Yeah.
Miss Mai, she is back. Miss Mai, can you hear us?
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, right now.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, sorry guys. So who can tell me that filling the car tank with a fuel?
Nutrition, Miss.
Nutrition, excellent. The last two. The release of waste gases. The release of waste gases. Amr, can you answer me the release of the waste gases?
Yeah. Excretion.
Excretion, right. And the last question here. Identify one character of living things not carried out by the car. I need something the car can't carry out.
Miss, can I say
Yes, you can.
reproduction?
Amr Ali.
Reproduction. So only reproduction. Reproduction only, thank you guys. Only reproduction. Living
No,
organisms.
there's one more.
What? There is one more, reproduction and growth. Yes, right. Only reproduction and growth living organisms can make. Okay? Okay, thank you guys. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed and understood the lesson. Habibi, do you
Thank
have
you,
a
Miss Mai.
question? Jihani, do you have any question?
No, thanks.
Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed and understood the lesson. Yes.
Grade 7, I need to inform you that I put the link of the WhatsApp group as a recorded session. This session has been recorded, and we will upload the link on the YouTube channel of the Innova Prof. Okay, فممكن تعتبرها kind of revision للناس اللي حابة complete الكورس معانا إن شاء الله. We will be waiting for you next Monday إن شاء الله at 6 p.m. برضو related to Cairo local time إن شاء الله. But this time بقى إن شاء الله we will talk about physics. Okay, so be ready. And thank you all of you. Thank you, Miss Mai.
Thank you so much.
If you have got any question, you may ask Miss Mai before she will end the meeting.
Do you have
Thank
any
you.
questions?
No, thank you, Miss.
Thanks, Miss.
Thank you, Habibi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bye bye.